Hello guys, Furbo the Hammy, your friendly neighborhood hamster is back again for another Hypixel Skyblock video. So, this is the second video on the impacts of the Bazaar has on the economy as well as the macroeconomic study of Skyblock's economy. So today's video will be more focused on you as an individual. If you haven't watched that video yet on my explanation as to why the Bazaar actually makes the economy worse, do go and watch the first part, link in the description. It's really interesting and you will learn a thing or two from economics from this economics student here. So with that, let's begin with today's second video. Today I will be talking about the impacts of the Bazaar on early and mid-game players grouped together as a group, and the impact of the Bazaar on late and end game players together as another group. And with that, these are the timestamps and let's begin. Firstly, let's talk about the impacts of the Bazaar on our early and mid-game players. The Bazaar actually made the early and mid-game experience a lot worse. Why? Because they removed the jobs and replaced them with worse jobs, namely the jobs as clicking slaves or workers. This actually helped early and mid-game players earn a lot more money for beginners and novices, as people paid them 15k to 20k extra per enchanted stack of materials bought, which is a lot more than what even farming could make you per hour. We all know how grindy it is for early and mid-game players to enter late game, right? And with the indirect nerf to incomes, it's obvious that the early and mid-game experience will be ruined. While that's true, wood chopping earns less than clicking per hour still. Placing that aside, let's also realize something else. While wood farming is still a decent money making method now, it's a harder money making method. Why? Because as an early or mid game player, you probably cannot afford the 3/4 young armor plus farmer's boots to grind wood the most efficiently. And that means that you have to compete with other players for freaking wood. I never thought I would ever have to say that we have to compete for wood, but I actually did. Thank you, Hypixel Skyblock. But yes, compared to clicking, which is non-competitive, it is a lot easier for players to earn money via clicking, while on the other hand, a lot harder to earn money as you have to compete with 3 to 4 players in a lobby now for chopping wood, without the proper speedy gear or speed potions. While some may argue that it is better for the new player experience since clicking is boring and it's bad to make players do it for money, let's be fully honest here. The other methods for new players to make money or to even stay relevant are pearl spamming, building a farm from border to border and farm, and wood logging. Tell me, how is pearl spamming fun? I'm jittering my right mouse button just to earn money. Tell me how farming is fun. Having to build a farm from border to the end of the other border and hold your left mouse button down while pressing W for hours on end. And lastly, tell me how wood logging is fun. I'm literally just chopping wood. It's not even a sentient mob like slayers or dragons or zealots. If it's definitely true that Hypixel wanted a more fun early game experience, it certainly didn't create one. Not only is it even harder to get into late game now, which is where the true fun begins, they also replaced a boring job with another equally boring but worse paying and more competitive job. Well done, Hypixel. Well done, honestly. Now, let's move on to the perspective from a late and endgame player. It's kinda obvious what impact it did to endgame players. What it did was basically remove 25% of the money making methods we once had for late game players. In fact, the late game experience is also made worse. Woohoo, didn't expect that, right? Not only did this update make Slayer entirely irrelevant for money now, back in the days, tier 4s could make money back from just wolf teeth and tarantula web, and the RNG drops made you the money. Basically, the wolf teeth and the tarantula web covered the base cost of tier 4s, whereas the RNG drops made you money. Now, not even the base drops will break even for you. RNG drops are necessary for you to even break even and even make profit in the first place. Okay, so I know some of you guys will want to argue that tier 4s shouldn't make profits as it's for Slayer XP. Sure, I will bring you another argument for tier 3s. As a tier 3 grinder myself, I will tell you that even tier 3s are irrelevant now. Why? Look at the price of enchanted flint and enchanted gold. You simply cannot make money from them. Tier 3 Tarantula is garbage now. Only Tier 3 Savant can consistently make you enough profits on the poverty line. I'm not joking, tier 3 Servant can only make you 500k to 750k per hour consistently, since Wolf Teeth are only selling for what, 10k to 12k per stack now, and the teeth only helps you break barely even for the tier 3 cost, while your hamster whales are the one that give you the profits. Oh, and by the way, this is from a player who is fully stacked and can clear tier 3 Servant in less than 1 minute consistently for those level of profits from tier 3s. If you can't even kill a tier 3 Servant in 1 minute or take even more time, that 500k to 750k per hour drops even further. Let me tell you, grinding spruce wood is even better than grinding tier 3 Servant. I've seen people in full superior grinding spruce wood. This is how sad Slayers is now. So now you guys might be asking, why is this bad? Because you basically reduce the variety of money making methods by 25% for late game players. There's now less bloody variety. Back in the days, we had 4 money making methods for end game players, namely Slayers, Dragons, Zealots, and Flipping. Now only 3 methods stand, which makes it even more boring for late and endgame players due to even less variety, which there wasn't much there to begin with in the first place. And let's be honest here, we haven't had any late game content or end game content for a very long time. We had pets, but what are the purpose for pets when the entire game is so easy for late and end game players in the first place? There are no new difficulty or challenges that have been added yet. The latest one was what, Slayers? Honestly, I wouldn't even count the snow event as content for late game players because you don't even need late game items to even deal with the snow event. There is no purpose to even grind for better gear now, and now you make grinding money even harder for endgame players. I don't even know why people will still continue playing this game in the first place. There is nothing to do, earning money is even harder now, there is even less ways to make money now. This is a problem, and there needs to be certain measures to be put into place to help resolve these problems, which I will be going through fully in another video since you guys don't want 20-minute videos and a huge explanation. So with that, Furball the Hammy, your beloved hamster who is now depressed, signing out.